All right, so we're ready to take a look at Live Paint here. I've opened up our Live Paint project file, which you'll find inside your project files folder on your desktop, inside the Part 2 folder, inside the Lesson 1 folder, and the name of the file is livepaint.ai, and this is what we have here. All this file is, I'm going to zoom in here just a little bit, all it is just a set of squares here that I've created for us and just filled with different colors, and they're all overlapping each other. In fact, if you want, you can even go and create your own file here instead of using mine. It's just a set of simple Illustrator objects. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take these basic Illustrator objects and convert them into what's called a Live Paint object. And it's really easiest for you to see this rather than for me to try and explain what a Live Paint object is. So go ahead and shift click all of the shapes that you want to use. I've grabbed all 4 here. And then over in my toolbox, I'm going to grab my Live Paint Bucket tool. Go ahead and grab him. And what you want to do is go and choose a different fill color from your swatches palette. So I'll pull my swatches palette out into the middle of my screen here, pull them over here, and grab a different color. It doesn't really matter which color at this point. In fact, I'll grab an orange color here. Now here's the cool part. You can see this little message here, click to make a Live Paint group. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click where 2 of my shapes are overlapping, this little overlapping area here. If I single click in here, just that area gets filled with paint. And you might be thinking, what in the world? This is the whole idea behind a Live Paint object. So I'm going to go and fill in some of these other overlapping areas. You can see them highlighted in red there, by the way. So when I move my mouse over top of an overlapping area or a separate piece, if you will, of my Live Paint group or my Live Paint object, you'll see this red highlight show up. And I can basically work my way all the way around and fill in these different blocks or these different pieces of my live shape object. Of course, I can go back to my swatches palette and switch out my color and continue filling all my other pieces here. Maybe I want to have something like this happening. It's really, really simple, but it's slightly confusing at first as well. You'll notice, by the way, if you see 3 paint swatches above your cursor there, I can see red, yellow, and green. How this works is the yellow guy, the guy in the middle, he's the color that I have currently selected. In fact, if you take a look over on my toolbar down at the bottom, you can see that yellow is my fill color. But what I can do is I can use my left and right arrow keys to switch which fill color I want. See how that's working? So I'm hitting my right arrow key. That makes blue come into the center. Move that guy over. It's almost like I'm scrolling through colors here. So I can go and switch out colors and then go and continue filling my Live Paint object here. Maybe I wind up with something like this. So that's the deal there if you do see those 3 swatches. And by the way, just while I think of it, when your cursor has an X beside it, you can see there's a white X inside a black box there. What that means is that I'm currently not over top of an object that can be filled. In other words, I can't use my tool right now. I hover over top of an object and the X disappears, meaning that I can fill. So I have my left and right arrows here that I can use to scroll through my different colors. I've got the X appearing inside my cursor as well. And here's another neat thing you can do. This little area here, there was actually nothing in there earlier when we started with this file, but I can actually fill that spot. Illustrator sees that as a little fillable spot there. It's pretty cool.